But why are you telling me that Bitcoin could be considered one of those haven-type assets in this kind of environment?
Well, a couple of different reasons. First, it's kind of coming back to where it started. Remember that Bitcoin started in Jan 2009 during the financial crisis, and it really was born of that kind of turmoil. Secondly, it's only grown since then and is now obviously very global. So it's not just a U.S. safe haven, but a really global and convenient safe haven. And the last part is, over the last year and a half, Bitcoin has become sort of the standard of all crypto. A year ago, Bitcoin's market cap was only half of all the cryptos out there. Now it's over two-thirds, 67%. So it's also that all the scammy coins that were out there a couple of years ago have kind of died, and Bitcoin's the one left standing.
So what's interesting about this is I've heard it mentioned to me, right? I've heard it that cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin specifically, had been perhaps a bit of a leader in terms of indicating some signs of stress in the overall market. Is it fair to say that when people anticipate things are going to get a little bit crazy, there is this kind of initial push into places like Bitcoin?
We have definitely seen that, and it perked up around the Hong Kong protests and some of the currency flight that happened out of Hong Kong and the mainland. And Bitcoin was one of the few assets that we watched that actually predicted that uncertainty ahead of time. Nothing else was really moving. Bitcoin was.
So there are a lot of folks out there who say, hey, Bitcoin used to be a almost $20,000 per token asset. We watched it go down towards a 3,000 handle, and yes, it's back up again, but there is something to be said for the scars that happened the last time around. What is it that investors need to know about, or traders need to know about, with regard to the current environment for cryptocurrencies that prevents that kind of a scathing from happening again?
It will happen again. I mean, it's important to understand with all cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin is included in that, they're always going to be very volatile. It's still a very young technology, a very young safe haven. It's not going to be as stable as gold or bonds.
One last, before we let you go, is there a target that you're looking for with regard to any kind of upside or downside volatility with Bitcoin?
You know, with these assets, we look at percentage change. So when you saw a 5, 10, 15% change in Bitcoin over a week, that was a flashing signal that something was going to happen. We just didn't know what. We ended up being Hong Kong. We look for now a pullback to confirm the notion that perhaps trade talks and Hong Kong tensions are lessening, but 5 to 10% move to the upside any given day, you got to watch the rest of the tape because something else bad is going to happen.